And with that being said, we've mentioned a lot. We want your guys' questions and comments about whatever we're talking about. Like I said, we don't claim to be experts. We're just giving our opinions. So we want you guys too. If you have questions for us, we'll answer them however we can to the best of our abilities and at least give you our opinion, something to think about. And with that, we did get a viewer question. And it was one that I never thought about and never really had for some reason going into deer season. But I'll spring it on you and see what you can come up with real quick. What are your goals for this deer season?
My goal, and this is what I've been trying to do for the last couple seasons and I haven't done it, is to we hunt bedding, and that's kind of the way we've attacked hunting now, is hunting the buck bedding areas and doing that. I still find myself kind of in the middle of hunting buck beds and hunting the way I used to, and I want to hunt buck bedding to the best I can. Now, some properties we can't get there and you got to hunt with what you got, but I want to try to find the bedding areas and hunt buck beds. That's how I killed that buck a couple of years ago, kind of got away from it, and I think that's the way to go. Find the beds. I want to focus on beds, bedding areas, whether that means scouting them the year and finding them and bumping them and doing kind of like I did with that buck, but I want to hunt buck beds more, like hunt the bed, find the bed, sit over it, and try it that way.
Okay, so more bed hunting specifically.
Yes. We kind of do that, but I want to be like, not like, I think the bed's over there, so I'm going to sit over here. Like, I know the bed's there, and I'm going to sit right next to it.
Yeah, my goal, since nobody shot one last year, my goal is for somebody to shoot.
Well, that is true. That's a good one. We should start there.
That's not a very good goal, and I need to work on, more like you, the specifics of what I want to hopefully get me to that point.
Yeah, and that's so part of my reason for hunting beds is because I think it'll lead to that, in a way.
Yeah, so that was a good question because I'm like,
maybe I should have a goal.
I'm like, I want to shoot a buck, but I'm like, that's everybody's goal. So I honestly need to think more on what my goal is and how I can make smaller goals towards it. Because I think that may actually make us more successful.
Yeah, I was going to say, that might be a good thing to do every year. It's like, even if you write it down and be like, my goal is to do this, and these things will help me get there. Like, it'll just, I think, continually make you a better hunter, even if it's just like, I want to walk in quieter. So then every time you go out, you try to walk quieter. You don't hurry as much. You go quiet, put your stand up quiet, becomes a habit, and you just slowly get better. That's probably a wise thing to do.
Yeah, but there's one thing you feel like, like you mentioned, I feel like I walk in too loud and it's costing me. So then you write that down as your goal, and then you just do that all year. That's what you concentrate on.
Or pay attention to wind.
Yeah.
I want to always, instead of just going willy-nilly or, the wind's kind of off, I'll still do it. Pay attention to the wind and really, hunt with the wind.
Yeah, it just makes you, it actually builds you towards something. I never thought about that. We can't.
Like an athlete. They're like, I need to throw better, or I need to pitch better, or I need to catch better. And they work on doing that better.
That's one specific, the details.
Yep.
The one little detail, what you feel like you need to work on. So that was a really good question that I've never thought of, that I'm like, I'm too stupid not to realize you probably have some goals that might give me a little bit better direction as far as the deer season.
Do you have the name of the person that asked
it? It was on Instagram. I believe it's Steelhead Boy, I believe.
Okay, if it's not, we'll flash it up. Put the real name up on the screen.
That's who it was. But that was a super good question.
Thank you for that.
As soon as I thought that, I responded back to him, and I'm like, I don't even really know. I should have a goal. That's not good. So that's why thought it was a good. Yeah, thanks for sending me in that direction, because that's what I really actually needed. So